Well, Jimmie Wright, the owner of the House of Hathor, Columbia and Hathor Cultural Arts Center, is here sharing the history of Kwanzaa and how to celebrate. Now, what you just heard was a cultural musical performance at an event that they held yesterday. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about food, music, and a little more of the things that you have here. So, so far, if you're just joining us, we started off talking about the candles, the different days. Then we talked about mazao. Is it mazao?
Yes.
And then we talked about the corn. Yes. The corn signifies how many children you have, and each kernel represents their offspring. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the cups.
Yes,
the cup.
That is the unity cup. So in family, we normally would share in the drinking of water or whatever it is that the family has made, saying that we are going to be united in every effort that we're going to be as a family to do the things that needs to be done for the family. And so that is why it's called the Unity Cup. We want to unite all of our efforts together for what it is that the family wants to do. The books are just the symbolisms of your work, of what you want to learn. So everything that, everything we learn, whether it be by stories that our elders tell us, books that we read, school, whatever it is, life itself, the books represent how we get our information. That helps us to obtain the unity, that helps us to obtain all the blessings that we want to have as individuals and as families. And so the books are just that representation of knowledge and wisdom. And
we're going to talk a little bit more about Kwanzaa, but I want to dip out of it just because you mentioned books. At your location, you offer author signing. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so well, my wife and I, she's the other owner of the store. So my wife and I, what we want to do is that through our nonprofit, which is the Hathor Cultural Arts Center, that is our community outreach. So we have different events planned on a monthly basis to show that we are giving to our community, and we're creating things that are specifically for the community. So we do have an author's book signing that we do every 3 months, that we will get local authors from Columbia to be a part of getting their books out, letting people know what information that we have right here in Columbia. We just have a lot of different types of creativity that's taking place right here that we want to make sure that we're doing our part to get them out there. Absolutely. And so we had 8 authors a couple of Saturdays ago that did their book signings. We have in another 3 months, we're going to have 6 more authors to come, and then 3 months after that, we'll continue to do this until we can reach as many as we can, and possibly even have some type of convention to share in all of our authors that have been a part of our book signing event.
I love it. You guys have continued to grow, and so I'm so excited for you. Now we're going to jump back into Kwanzaa. We want to talk about this mat here.
Yeah, well, the mat is the foundation. The candles, the kinara, none of that will stand without a firm foundation. So it's like family. Right. So if you don't have values, interests, and principles as a family, then it's going to be hard for everything that you want to do to be able to come into fruition. You have to have those values, those interests, and those principles that directs and guides and nurtures and protects everything that you want to do as a family. So the mat is the representation of a firm foundation that the family stands on, that the community stands on, nation, race, all those things. We have to be fulfilled through our values, our interests, and our principles, and that's what it reflects.
Perfect. Well, we're wrapping. We're running short on time here, but I want to tell our viewers where they can get all of these from, and a little bit about what you're having tonight and for the rest of the week.
Yes. Well, we have the whole Kwanzaa setup. We have at the House of Hathor, 6319 North Main Street. Tonight we do have another installment of the Principle of Kuji Jacolia. Starts at 6 o'clock. For the remainder of the week, each one will be at 6 o'clock. Except for tomorrow, we are partnering with the Uhuru Academy, which is an African-centered private school here in Columbia. We're working with them. They're going to be doing their Kwanzaa celebration through us at the store, at the Cultural Arts Center. And so that's going to be from 5 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. So we're asking the community to come out and be a part of the experience. And it's about learning, it's about enjoyment, it's about fulfillment. And so that's what we want to make sure that, people have the misconception that Kwanzaa is a religious holiday. Right. It is not. It's a cultural experience. It's a cultural lifestyle. And so we want people to recognize what that is, and that this is not something that you can do, you have to do one time a year, but it's something that we can celebrate every day, every week, every month, every year.
Awesome. Well, we're going to wrap things up here, but tell our viewers how they can get in touch with you.
They can get in touch with us at thehouseofhathor@gmail.com, or they can call us at 803-741-8090, or they can come by the store at 6319 North Main Street.